It's about 5:30 in the morning. I'm going out for a run. In today's video, we're talking about running, not running at night versus running in the day, but running when it's dark compared to running when it's light out. And there are a couple differences. I actually like running in the dark more than I like running in the daytime, but that could be because I live in Florida and running in the dark, I don't have to deal with the sun. It's a lot cooler, without that radiant heat. But this episode is more about 50% of the population that don't always feel safe when they run in the dark. That's right, I am talking about women not feeling safe when they go for a run when it's dark out, because guys hassle them. What is up with that? All right, let's get into this video. Let's get out on my run. I'm not going to be able to film when it's dark out, obviously, because this is a GoPro and the low light capabilities are less than stellar. Okay, but let's get on with this. I'm gonna go for a run. If you follow me on Strava, you know that I go out for runs like 3:30, 4 a.m. Listen, I recognize how lucky I am to be able to go for a run so early when there's no one out, and I don't give my own safety a second thought. Wouldn't that be nice for everyone? Okay, right off the bat, I want to know what you think about this subject. Ladies, have you been harassed? Have you experienced this on your daily runs? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, I'm pretty sure that you haven't experienced it, but I want to know what you think about it. I want to know what we can do to change. And a little later in the video, we're going to be talking about some things that we can do. Oh, hey, if you couldn't already tell, it's a little colder than usual here. I'm wearing a hat. My mouth is a little sluggish because of the cold. Brr. It's perfect running weather though. Okay, so the point of this video is really I just want to put it out there. I want to give a voice to how unfair it is that women can't go for a run and feel the same as I do. Like right now, I'm running through an empty parking lot at the mall. There is no way I would want my wife or my daughters to do this. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible to think about that women can't experience the same feeling of safety as I and most guys can. Okay, I think I've just found a pretty gorgeous backdrop to this video. So it's holiday time and there's lots of lights out. I'm at the mall close to my house and they set up kind of like a winter wonderland in the park near there. So I'm hoping you can see all the lights behind me. Listen, this is another thing. What woman would feel comfortable coming alone here while it's dark in the middle of the night when there is no one else around? Women shouldn't have to run with men to feel safe. They shouldn't have to be with anyone in order to be safe. Guys, I want to know your ideas. I want to know what you think we can do to change this. Because, well, listen, I've been yelled at, I've been whistled at when I run, and I have the luxury of letting it just roll off my back because I don't fear that there's going to be any kind of follow-up. It's a whistle or something as I run by, and then that's it. I'm in no fear that something else is going to happen. I'm in no fear that my safety is in jeopardy because of somebody doing that. So what's the difference? The difference is that for women, it's systematic. It happens all the time, and there are so many instances of this happening and women being physically hurt and killed because of these losers out in society that just can't keep their words or their hands to themselves. And when we get back to the house, we're gonna look at Runner's World and we're gonna look at some stats. And these stats are very disturbing, very disturbing. All right, on with the run. All right, the sun is coming up. It's time. Ah, geez, I really need two hands. Okay, that's better. The sun is coming up. For my local running friends, you know where I'm at. This is Nathan Benderson Park. I am doing 3 loops around the lake today. And it's gorgeous. It's a Tuesday morning. There's hardly anyone here. On the weekend it's packed. Alright, I just realized that when I was taking that run past shot on the bridge that I didn't start my watch from the last time I did it. So I guess I'm going to be about a mile short on my run. That's alright. Alright, I got one more lap of the lake. You can see some rowers out for a nice chilly morning on the lake. Alright, make sure I start my watch this time. Oh hey, one more thing. If you guys are getting any value, if you're finding this subject meaningful, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and listen, this is the most important part. Please share this video. Put this video out there to your friends, your female friends, your male friends that may have been harassed, that know people have been harassed, and let's get some of their stories in the comments below. All right, let me finish this run. Guys, that was a fantastic run, 17.1 miles, an average pace of 7:55, and an average heart rate of 139. All right, peeps. All right. Back from the run, showered, ate breakfast, did a bit of foam rolling, and listen, this is the Runner's World that gave me the idea to talk about women being harassed when they run, and it's BS. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep looking down just to remind myself some of the stats and what we're talking about. So I was out there this morning, pitch black, couple hours before sunrise, and listen, I recognize that it's a luxury to do so. Bear with me 1 second, let me just... Alright, that light should be a bit better now. Okay, so listen, it's important. It is important to realize that it's not women's responsibility in any way to act in a way to prevent harassment. It is the job of the harasser. I know you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, then you can just turn off this vlog right now because no one here is with you. Moving on. You agree with me. It is not women's job to prevent harassment. It's the job of the harasser not to harass. Okay, now I'm gonna start reading some stats because these stats really bring it home and they show how serious it is, they show how prevalent it is. And we all know someone who runs who this has happened to. Now listen, YouTube analytics, they show me that 100% of my audience, 100% of you watching are men. I do know that we do have several women that watch this channel on a regular basis. So I'm asking you guys to step up,
to comment in the comments if any of this has happened to you, if you've been harassed, if you know someone that's been harassed, go ahead and write in the comments below. Because 84% of women have been harassed while they run. 84%! That number is insane. 36% of women have been followed. Followed! This is probably the most scary thing, because if you're being followed and you don't know what someone is following you for, it's a pretty fair assumption that they mean to do you harm. Otherwise, why would they be following you? It is totally inappropriate. Okay, out of all the respondents that responded to the Runner's World survey that they sent out, 639 respondents said they have been sexually propositioned while out for a run. 4% of women have been physically assaulted. And listen, you might be thinking, 4%, that's pretty low. But I challenge you to show me anyone, show me one person, one male that has been physically assaulted while they're out for a run. I've been running for 13 years. I don't know of anyone that's been physically assaulted when they're out for a run. 45% of the women that responded to this survey no longer run in certain places because they fear for their safety. They fear for their safety. What is this? I haven't run in one place where I fear for my safety. I'm thinking back to, last summer I was in Alaska and I got up at like 3 in the morning because of the time change. The time difference got me up really early, and I went for a run down by the river. It never really got dark, so it was kind of like a dark twilight, and there was lots of homeless people kind of walking around the paths. I stumbled across 2 homeless people fighting right on the path, and I just ran by, kind of mind my own business. And thinking back, it makes me realize that never once did I consider that I was in danger. And it's because, listen, you might have said, why didn't you turn around? But I probably wasn't in danger. But would I want, again, I'm going back to my wife and daughters, they're the ones that I can think about when I'm in these situations. Would I want them running in that situation? And the answer is no. Every time it's a no, because it's different. And even me, as a husband, as a dad, I have fear. I have fear for them going out for runs in certain places. And that's a secondary fear. Imagine how it is for them. Imagine how it is for you, a female running, and you're scared. Well, what am I saying? You don't have to imagine, you experience it. And it is our job, as in you and me and males, to prevent this from happening. And we're gonna get into this, so stand by just a few more minutes. Okay, now this is an important stat. 94% of women who have been harassed said no one stepped in to help them. No one stepped in to help them. Okay, that's where I can help if I see this happening, and guys, it's where you can help if you see this happening. Because all it takes is someone to step in and tell them to stop. Now, I'm not advocating any physical violence, but tell them to stop. If you're running with a phone, get out the phone, start recording. It's amazing what shining a light and making it more visible to everyone, it's amazing how that stops bad behavior. Okay, this next part, I'm gonna read this straight from the magazine because I wanna get this right for you guys. Anything you can do to demonstrate strength, even if you're understandably scared, can deter a would-be criminal. A powerful victim is immediately a different force to be reckoned with. A powerful victim is immediately a different force to be reckoned with. So, women, if you're out there, portray strength. We're gonna get into some ways that we can deter harassers and, gosh, in a worst case scenario, attackers. And we're gonna get into this for a reason, because responding to any harassment in the moment, if you respond to it in the moment or even after, so it could be putting a post out on social media, recognizing this can help people get over it in the long term. It can help people get over the trauma of being harassed and being attacked. Okay, just a few more stats. Stay with me. Okay, this one is horrendous. 40 respondents for this Runner's World survey, 40 respondents know someone who was killed while running. That's insane. We'll leave it there. That's just insane. 70% of women say it bothers them a lot to receive unsolicited attention while running. And we're gonna get into this in just a second. I'm gonna tell you guys what you can do to, when you come up to a woman running, just to make them feel at ease. And it's horrible that we have to say this and put it out there, but we do. 16% of women have felt threatened enough while running that they have feared for their life. Have you ever feared for your life? Okay, I want to know. Have you ever feared for your life? Write down in the comments below, because this is a serious one. I know what it's like to fear for your life. In my line of work, there's times where, yes, I have feared for my life. It's not a good feeling, okay? It's even worse a feeling when you're out doing something good for yourself, doing a habit or a hobby that you enjoy and you have to fear for your life. That's messed up. 309 respondents are afraid for their safety every single time they run. And 9% of women have stopped running for a time because they were afraid for their safety. No one should have to stop running because they're afraid for their safety. Am I right? I know I'm right. Who am I asking? Yes, I'm right. No one at all should fear for their safety while running. All right, guys, this is for you. I'm gonna tell you how to make women comfortable when you're running. So you may be running towards them, you may be running past them. Here are just some tips. And listen, they are common sense, but I'm gonna tell them anyway. They're tips for you to make women feel comfortable when you're running. Okay, so here we go. Don't sneak up. Don't sneak up on anyone, but women are far and away a lot more harassed than men, so we're gonna keep this to women. Don't sneak up on women when you're running. And how can you avoid this? How about this? Before you actually get to them, let's say you're running behind them, you're coming up, how about this? Coming up behind you, or passing on your right, or passing on your left, just let them know you're there. It won't be a surprise and they can move over and give you plenty of time to pass. Okay, but that brings us up to number 2. The bubble. Leave a bubble. Listen, we have this personal space around us. Don't infringe on that personal space. Stay at least 3 feet away. Stay at least 3 feet away when you're passing. It's pretty creepy to come up on someone, and you know that feeling when someone gets too close and they're talking right at you. You know the feeling, we've all had it. Don't do that to a stranger. Don't do that to a woman who has probably experienced some kind of fear that they can already hear footsteps coming up behind them. They've just heard a male voice. Just keep your distance. Remember the bubble. 3 feet all around you. Okay, the third thing that you can do to make women comfortable is to keep conversation respectful. Okay, so use this as a litmus test. Don't say anything to a woman that you wouldn't say to a man. Okay? It's really that easy. And that means do not comment on her appearance. Don't comment on her pace. Listen, it's likely she can run faster than you, so don't show any surprise. And my gosh, do not say anything sexual. Do not say anything sexual, okay? That's it. This is pretty easy, right? You know what I'm saying. You're saying I would never do this, and good for you. Okay, eye contact. Eye contact is fine. Listen, if you're running towards someone, good morning. That's fine. It's okay to make eye contact, but don't stare. Right? That just gets creepy. Don't stare. Brief eye contact is fine, just don't stare. This last one, don't creep. What do I mean by that? Well, listen, if you're running behind a woman, you could be, I don't know, a couple 100 yards behind. You guys are running at the exact same pace and you're going in the same direction. And then she turns, but you're also turning because that was your planned route. Listen, she probably knows you're back there. She's probably caught a glimpse of you and you're not gaining and you're not falling back and you're making turns when she turns. This is a scary situation. Guys, don't creep. Listen, you can speed up, run past her. You can fall back so you're getting further and further away. Or here's the best one, take a different route. Just take a different route. There is no point creeping some woman out because you are stuck on your route, okay? Just change your route. All right, guys, what do you think? What do you think about this topic? And I want you to write in the comments below, and I'm really hoping I get a little more feedback on this, because this is such a serious topic. We all know women who have been harassed while they run. We all have women in our lives that we care about, and women, I'm looking to hear from you, to hear some of these experiences. Like, share them. I want you guys to make us reading it uncomfortable, because it's a very uncomfortable situation for you. So share that, and I hope there's some kind of catharsis. And know this, and I'm putting this out there to all you guys, know this, we have your backs. Okay, if we see someone creepy bothering you, we will step in, okay? And I want you to write in the comments if you agree that you're gonna step in. Just write "step in" the comments below. Guys, this topic could go on forever. I could just rattle on. I could give you so many examples. I've put a couple of questions out on my Facebook page for this channel. It's Plant Fed Productions. I've put a couple questions out on Twitter just asking about this. So listen, if you want to talk about it more, write in the comments, hit me up on Twitter, Plant Fed Productions on Facebook. And yeah, listen, sorry this was a bit of a downer of a subject, but it's so serious. It's probably the most serious and the most important video I've made, because yep, my videos are usually pretty easy, just running, having a good time. Listen, that's what we all want to do. And that's why I made this video, to shed a little light on the inappropriate harassment of women runners. I mean, women in general, but this is a running channel, so women runners. Okay, guys, listen, as I said before, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really enjoy the feedback, knowing if this is something that you got value from, if you found it worthwhile, if you found it meaningful. If you're not already, consider subscribing. And listen, if you've made it this far into the video, I assume you did get some value from it. So go ahead and click that subscribe button. Guys, be kind, be happy, and run well, and I'll see you next time.